Hi, everyone, and welcome to the year in celebration video. You know, we have made it. It's been quite a year, and together we have faced some innumerable challenges. But like the strong Pittsburghers that we are, from the panic rush of us getting online in March to evolving challenges of working remotely, there was a lot we had to overcome, and we did. And that doesn't even include the rush to get toilet paper. At each and every step of the way, you, the HACP staff, rose to the occasion to guarantee that our residents, landlords, and business partners could continue to access the services and resources they need. And for that, we can't thank you enough, but we will sure try. So, right now, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we find ourselves at the end of a big word, tumultuous and unprecedented year. It may look a little different, and at the end of the year, it still remains the same thing. It's our year end celebration. We wish we could be together in some auditorium laughing and dancing together, like Ryan and Marsha, who won that dance contest last year. Well, anyway, 2020 had some other plans. And so now here we are. So I welcome you to the HACP's 2020 year end celebration video. It's probably for the better that we're doing this thing digitally. I've had lots and lots of time on my hands to practice my dance moves in the dining room. And I don't want to embarrass Ryan or Marsha. And you know what? If you're looking for some music, here's what you can do: put one quarter in one ear and one quarter in the other, rock your head back and forth. That's right. You're listening to the music of 50 cents. Get it? 50 cents. Okay, enough of the bad jokes. Now let's get to the good stuff. So, we have an exciting agenda in store for you. And of course, it's not exciting as seeing, me in person, but it's going to have to do. From acknowledging our 2020 new hires to our employee appreciation awards, there's a lot to look forward to today. Grab some chilled wine, cider, and sit back and enjoy. There's a lot to look forward to. Stay tuned for the HACP 2020 year end video event. And let me introduce our dear executive director, Mr. Castor D. Binion. He's going to deliver some opening remarks. LMMO. That's laughing my mask on. I don't have it on right now. Be safe.
Good morning, staff of HACP. I'm glad to be here with you to talk about some things that we have done in the past year during this very complex time, and also to talk to you about our future or where we're going. First off, I would like to thank all the people who, during this crisis, who went the extra yard, especially the emergency crew who, during the first stages, we did not know what was going on. But, they got the PPE, they got the mask, they got the gloves, and they went to units to provide assistance to residents. And I just want to say thank you for that. And even the residents say thank you for that. Because that was a plus, the dedication, the commitment, to HACP, to the residents, and to you personally, the things that you want to achieve to make a difference in somebody's life. I also want to send a shout out to the staff who went out and provide meals, for the kids. When school was out, we had people to work with Pittsburgh Public School in our communities who pass out food, toys, and also provide encouragement to the kids and their families. There are many things that was achieved during this crisis, and there was a lot of people who went the extra yard. We had to do a lot. We had to switch our profile from working in the office to trying to figure out how you connect from home. We had many problems that were trying to connect from home, but eventually, we were able to maximize technology to assist us in this process. And some of you guys, girls, some of you had to, clean out the kitchen table, get a little box, or whatever. You did what was necessary in your home to accommodate the services at HACP to provide the quality services to our residents through remote locations. One thing that I want to thank my leadership team is that when this time came, when other people was laying people off, when people were at home, because my team, my leadership team, your chiefs, worked very well to ensure that over the years we had money in the bank. And so we was able to make payroll. Even though some of you were not at work, but I know your heart was here with us. Some of you tried to come, then we had to get more PPE. But eventually we got to the point where we could continue uh, to provide services to our residents. And we did face many challenges. And I want to thank you guys, Team Pittsburgh, HACP, the foundations, public school, Pittsburgh Public School, and all around the community who wrap around our residents to make sure that during this process or during this crisis that things will be okay. I also want to thank you, staff, as many organizations uh, were knocked down or was unable to function because some of their staff or majority of their staff were infected with COVID-19. But here at HACP, we had a very small number. That means that the directions and the information that we put out, I believe that it probably has some impact. And we set up systems, to accommodate families if that situation occur. We also set up systems for residents if that situation occur. But we were able to keep a very low number. You were able to protect your families. And I want to thank you for whatever the things that you did, like wash your hands 6 feet apart, wear your mask, and reduce your activities in the community. We do have a little more time to go. The vaccine is here. We will continue our work hours as before. Some people are in the fields where with their PPE. Some people still working in office, and a lot of people working from home. But I want you to continue to protect yourself and your family. And I want to thank your family for allowing you or working with you or providing the moral support during this time when we had to continue to work to ensure our residents were protected, safe, maintenance, process of applications, issuing vouchers, issuing food, all the stuff that you guys do to make sure that we continue our effort. There's some things that were accomplished and we still doing. We were able to continue our development opportunities where we continue to build in the community. We was able to provide Pittsburgh Public School with internet in our communities and also with tablets for the kids so they can be able to learn remotely. We were able to open a Envision Center at Bedford. This is a national program by HUD. HACP staff processed a grant and we were selected along with a grant we just received yesterday, a Choice Neighborhood Planning Grant for the North Side. So what that means is even though we were locked up, staff We're all out there still processing applications, making contacts, creating relationships so resources can continue to flow to HACP and residents. One of the big things that we have coming up, we will have an internet van that will drive to communities and be able to turn a switch, and everyone in that community can connect to the internet. We are working with 412, where we getting a food truck that would be able to serve residents outside where we do not have to be in a confined location during these winter months. We are purchasing electric vehicles for our housing choice voucher program. So staff will be able to use these electrical vehicles and no longer use a personal vehicle, which over time have an impact. But there are a lot of things that we continue to do. But with your support, we would do more. We continue to do more. As we look ahead in 2021, what we hope to see is the people downtown will move to our new building, 412, which our development department and with contractors are putting systems in that will protect anything that's related to COVID-19. There will be good separations, there'll be air filter systems, and there will be different places that you can interact that will be safe in conference rooms. We are making sure that everyone at HACP continue to think us as a family. I have always, and my staff have always been there for you guys. For the time that we had sequestration, where everybody was concerned, this leadership team found a way to be successful through that process and was unable to lay people off. During this process, because of the leadership team, we were able to not stop payments. A matter of fact, you will see later on, we probably hired an additional 40 people because our mission continued to grow. All across Pittsburgh, I think we almost building in every area. We are going into Larmer. We have phase 3, 4, and 5. Uh, phase 3 and 4, 42 units each. And phase 5 consists of 3 5-bedroom units. We are in the process of rehabbing the units in Manchester, which consists of about 85 units. We are in the process of looking at phase 1 of Bedford, where we will rebuild part of Bedford. We created incentives programs for landlords such that we can get more landlords on our program during this time. Yes, we will continue to hire people. We will continue to try to reduce the impact on your day to day. But at the same time, we still got to be accountable. We still got to make sure that we do the right things. We got to insist with great effort and concern for customer service. You must treat your peers, your residents, and anyone else in your community with utmost respect. During this stressful time, we do not need poor customer service while people are in stress. Just remember that even though you're a HACP employee, you are a leader in your community, you make an impact, people watches you every day. You may not realize the impact that you have on the community, the children, the families. So keep a smile on your face behind the mask. Keep your eyes straight. Keep your hands clean and wear your PPE. One thing I need to say is that during this time, I must say when you don't wear your mask and you make a contact with someone that is not wearing a mask, you are introduced to all 1,000 people that they have seen in the last 3 hours or the last 3 days. So I think you guys, I know you guys are wearing your mask because the low impact that we have here at HACP. So I look forward to 2021. We all get back together as the vaccine, as this country move forward, that we will be able to be back in different ways. But it will never be the same. We will never go back. We will capitalize on the technology that we have to improve the workspace. During this time, as we have successfully provide your family without reducing your checks or provide money so your family can continue to benefit from the same comforts that you had a year ago. I want you to think about the people who was unable to be in the same situation that you are in. Every year I talk about United Way, and we have done an excellent job in United Way over the years once we decide that we want to participate in a big way. I encourage you because the bubble that you are in, protected for HAC financially, to reach out and provide a donation to United Way. There are many families out there that need your assistance. They need your assistance. And you know some of them. You have family members who have COVID-19. You have family members who lost their jobs. You have family members that's waiting for Congress to pass this bill. You got a lot of stuff out there. But at the same time, take this opportunity to give. Because when you give, it comes back to you in so many ways. It comes back in a big way. So please help me to continue the journey of HACP, work with United Way to help families in a big way. Again, my hat goes out to that first team that went out when we found out about COVID-19, who was on the front line. That was outstanding. You know who you are. You might receive something special from me. I'm not at liberty to say it this time, but I really, really appreciate it. The board, the city, the mayor, everybody, everyone appreciate what you guys are doing. Again, do not forget about United Way. Protect your families. Wear your mask. Be safe, because I definitely want to see you in 2021. I'm planning on being here. We will continue this journey. It's HACP to continue to be a national organization that set the pathway to successful affordable housing and self-sufficiency program with outstanding customer service. So enjoy your new year. Enjoy this holiday that's coming up. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Cast opinion. Go, HACP. We're going to do it again. Thank you.
Hi, Bill Peduto, Mayor of the City of Pittsburgh. And I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to the staff of our Pittsburgh Housing Authority. The work that you've done this past year during a global pandemic is not only absolutely critical to the lives of the people we serve, but is also absolutely critical to the city of Pittsburgh. So on behalf of the people of the city of Pittsburgh, I want to thank you, wish you a much better year in 2021. On behalf of the people of Pittsburgh, thank you.
Hello, HACP family. It is my distinct pleasure to recognize the 2020 new hires who have come on board during our 2020 year. We have quite a bit. We've had quite a bit of activity, and so I will announce them by name and by department. Elizabeth Antonio, Executive Administrative Assistant. Lakeisha Austin, Janitor, LIPH. Monty Ayash, IT Director. Renee Brown, Office Assistant, LIPH. Nina Bush, Occupancy Specialist. Danielle Crump, Occupancy Specialist. Jared Davis, HCV Housing Specialist. Shatay Devon, HCV Housing Specialist. Elapedia Apondalon, Office Assistant, LIPH. Darnell Garner, Occupancy Specialist. Anthony Gittens, Construction Manager, Mod and Development. Stephen Graziano, Mod and Development Project Manager. Romeen Hemphill, Carpenter Facility Services. Jane Holland, Accounting Manager, Finance. Michelle Hoyle, Operations Coordinator. Sarah Wynn Jones, Support Service Request Specialist, HQS. Otis Lasky, Laborer, LIPH. Donald McKenzie, Assistant Site Manager, LIPH. Zelphia Merriweather, Occupancy Specialist. Nafisa Matrisic, Occupancy Specialist. Maureen Morsak, Senior Accounting Tech Finance. Todd Meyer, Disability Compliance Coordinator. Angelia Mullins, HCV Housing Specialist. Robert Palmer, HCV File Clerk. Sherry Perkins, Assistant Site Manager, LIPH. Elizabeth Peterson, HCV Housing Specialist. Allison Reed, HCV Landlord Outreach Coordinator. Dontel Sells, Janitor, LIPH. Ryan Shalak, HR Training and Development Manager. Malaysia Smith, HCV Housing Specialist. Ronald Swoop, HQS Inspector. Douglas Wampler, HQS Inspector, Administrative Liaison. Callie Wintley, Mod and Development Assistant Project Manager. Those are our 2020 new hires, and now I will read off to you our intern. We're fortunate enough to be able to continue our intern program this year. And joining us for our internship was Adelina DeTulo, Communications. Victoria Mavro-Georges, Mod and Development. Stephanie Mills, Mod and Development. Ryan Peters, Operations. Ashley Reynolds, HR and HCV. Taylor Stringer, IT. Ethan Trott, HCV. Samuel Vogelhut, Public Safety. Portia Wiggins, Mod and Development. We were also fortunate to return all of our seasonal laborer positions with our LIPH. Returning for our seasonal laborers, we were pleased to welcome Victor Choma, Darnell Coles, Nicholas Elm, Raymar McCombs, Denzel Moore, Omar Olison, Jayshawn Thomas, and Devon White. So welcome to all of our 2020 new hires. I'll be moving over to recognize all of our promotions for the 2020 year. Again, we had a lot of movement. Congratulations to all that I'll call off as they promoted through the ranks this year with HACP. Morgan Block, Sustainability Project Manager, Mod and Development. Tammy Chafin, Senior Site Manager, LIPH. Evelyn Denny, QC Specialist. Adam Fazenberger, Development Finance Accountant. Louise Garner, Real Estate Asset Manager, LIPH. Amanda Howard, Operations Project Manager. Anna Jasmine, HCV Office Manager. Regina Lewis, HR, HRS and Benefits Specialist. Ayana Morton, Assistant Site Manager, LIPH. Quinn Pelko, Accountant, Finance. Sherelle Price, Ross and FSS Manager. Sunshine Pryor, Associate Director of Compliance, Mod Development. Chuck Rohr, Director of Communications. Robert Santoriello, HCD Program Manager. Willie Stewart, HQS Inspections Manager. Andy Tennant, Controller Finance. Tracy Terry, Site Manager, LIPH. Samantha Turk, Procurement Contract Specialist. Deneen Waite, Assistant Site Manager. Shauna Williams Brown, Site Manager, LIPH. Byron Wright, Computer Manager, RSS. Thank you to all of our wonderful employees who work so hard, and we are pleased to welcome you to your new roles and congratulate you once again on your promotions.
Hello, this is Bernie McGinley, the Chief Financial Officer of the Housing Authority, City of Pittsburgh. Good customer service delivery is essential to any business. Here at HACP, we take pride in ensuring that it is at the forefront of everything we do. Many of our employees deliver good customer service on a regular basis, but it is not uncommon for our employees to receive customer service delivery recognition through emails, letters, or phone calls to our executive or HR offices. This year is no different, and we would like to recognize several whose actions caught the attention of our residents, clients, business partners, and/or coworkers. I will share with you this year's recipients and an excerpt of their actions sent to us. With so many residents unable to have visitors or travel outdoors, not having any immediate family as a support system only compounds matters of need. This employee identified a hearing impaired resident with no family support in need of assistance. She stepped in to coordinate communications on the resident's behalf with his caseworker during the pandemic. Another step in ensuring no resident falls through the cracks. Denise Chappell of our RSS department, we congratulate you and thank you. The agency was not short on IT needs, calls, and emails this year, and COVID only doubled those needs. And while IT had all hands on deck and stepped up to the challenge, one employee in particular demonstrated exceptional customer service, traveling from department to department, person to person, restoring access, setting up systems, and doing whatever was needed to keep employees operational. Sharon Dillard of the IT department, we congratulate and thank you. Our employees understand the importance of what we do, and this employee certainly understands the importance of superior customer service as she juggles calls and clients on our wait list and those seeking housing. She has assisted the masses, but one interaction took time out to share their positive experience with the agency, identifying themselves as an elderly client in need of much assistance. She described the employee as helpful in assisting her with patience and grace. Kimberly Middleton of our occupancy department, we congratulate and thank you. This employee is no stranger to customer service delivery. He has carried the Olympic torch this year, known to many as a plunger. However, his services to our resident went well beyond the traditional stop toilet or clogged drain when he skillfully addressed the resident need during a gas leak, ensuring safety and success. Stephen Scott of our facility services department, we congratulate and thank you. This employee understands the importance of maintaining positive relationships with our tenants and landlords and building new partnerships in our Section 8 voucher program. Several landlords and residents have paused to write letters or call on behalf of their positive interaction, sharing, "I've been on the program for years and have never received such outstanding service." Another writing how this individual promptly returns all calls and took time to educate them on the many benefits of the program. And because of this interaction, we will be placing all of their properties on our landlord program. Willie Stewart of our HQS department, we congratulate and thank you. Last by last name, but certainly not least, not everyone has someone living with them who checks on them daily. Thanks to the compassion and efforts of this employee, one of our residents had their own guardian angel. The resident laid on the floor all night in need of help until he showed up the next morning for a service call. He arrived to find the resident on the floor. He promptly called the paramedics and stayed with the resident until help arrived, completing his work and locking up when finished. Robert Tavermina of our Facility Services Department, we congratulate and thank you. Again, congratulations to all, and thank you to the many others who have stayed the course in delivering exceptional internal and external customer service.
Good morning. I'm Jim Harris, the General Counsel for the Housing Authority of the City of Pittsburgh. 2020 will be a year to remember for many with the onset of COVID-19. It has wreaked havoc across the world, catching millions of employers off guard and managing their day-to-day business operations. We were no different here at HACP. However, what has undoubtedly kept us afloat are the committed and dedicated employees who understand what it means to service the residents of the city of Pittsburgh. While we can certainly identify each of our employees as heroes related to their roles, we have taken a close look at the challenges that we were faced with and those who tirelessly stepped up to that challenge, making a notable and lasting difference for many. While it is our hope that we only have to recognize an HACP Hero of Hope in this fashion once, we are pleased to announce Stephen Scott, a plumber in our Facility Services Department, who consistently went above and beyond responding to call after call, sacrificing time away from his family, repeatedly gearing up in safety PPE to ensure our many residents were cared for timely. This included responding to a multitude of calls. Stephen, we want to thank you for a job well done.
It's that time of year again for giving. Each year, Housing Authority City of Pittsburgh has been lucky enough to partner with the United Way, where representatives have shared the stage with us during our annual employee event. Unfortunately, this year, due to COVID, we do not have the opportunity to present our annual employee presentation in a social setting or gathering. However, we did not want to miss out on the opportunity to give our employees to still give throughout the season. We will continue our United Way campaign this year, and we have not set an annual goal, but rather we are asking and we are challenging each employee to give $100. That's a little more than 25 cents a day. You also can choose how you want to give that donation over the course of the 12 months. Many people have lost their jobs through the COVID pandemic. We at the Housing Authority City of Pittsburgh have been very fortunate. Across our region and across Western Pennsylvania, many have been impacted by the loss of jobs. If you can support someone who has lost a job or give to a charitable organization, we would greatly appreciate it. If you would like to give closer to home, keep in mind HACP has their own charitable program, which is our Clean Slate. 100% of your donations go directly to students for scholarships to support them in their journey to college. We will provide a link for both the United Way and the Clean Slate. This year, we also have fillable forms that employees can fill out and upload and send back for processing. We will continue our donation and campaign of giving through mid-February. So thank you again for your contributions in advance.
This was the year our community was stopped in its tracks, when we discovered just how vulnerable each of us are. And when our community desperately needed help to arrive, we found out that help wasn't on the way. It was here all along. United Way of Southwestern Pennsylvania was uniquely prepared to react, activating our century-built network and responding in real time to the crashing waves of critical need. Food insecurities made worse because of school shutdowns, devastating financial struggles due to lost wages, isolation, and uncertainty. Nothing we haven't seen before, but never on a scale like this, impacting so many at once. We did not have to come together as a community because we already were together. Agencies, volunteers, businesses, donors, our 211 hotline responders, community leaders who knew where to turn when people were hurting and time was critical. United Way is the connective tissue that makes us all stronger, forming partnerships that mobilize quickly, respond compassionately, and bring together people like you who are dedicated to making real change in the lives of financially struggling families. Now, as the recovery continues, Southwestern Pennsylvania needs the generous support of changemakers like you more than ever, willing to invest themselves, their time, and their money into rebuilding lives and preparing us for what comes next. Now is the time to become a changemaker.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to do a wardrobe change, but I don't have anybody here from wardrobe to help me out and bring me something else to wear. But I can tell you this, these employees are going to be able to use a little bit of extra cash to buy some things that they can wear or some sharing the wealth with me. So let's start with the 5 years of service employee awards. Jerome Frank, Don Kushner, Daryl Hudson, Zach Tollington. Next, we have Robert Poole, James Zala, Craig Corliss, and Nicholas Hatala. Next, for 5 years of service, Ayana Morton, Brandy Weatherspoon, Jared Brown, Eric Johnson. And last but not least, 5 years of service, Theo Nervay and Leo Coyne. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Just clap in your living room or wherever you are. 10 years of service. That is Kim Middleton and Amy Schaefer. 15 years of service. Ronald Turner and Walter Carpenter. 20 years of service. Pamela Narr, Kim Dietrich, Patricia Briggs, Barbara Coffey. 20 years continued. Loel Sams, Marianne Flaherty, Stephanie Lauder, Bernard McGinley, that's Bernie McGinley, and Diane Dean. And 25 years of service. Stephen O'Neill, that's Stephen Fuzzy O'Neill, Michael Tondolo, congratulations. And this last one, 40 years of service, I won't butcher this last name. It's near and dear to my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up wherever you are and give a warm, rousing awards applause for our own Tony Sandage. Yay!
Thank you, and I'd like to do employee acknowledgments with you. This year has been like no other for many businesses, families, and employees. Our typical operations were interrupted by the onset of COVID, where we had to quickly switch gears to continue service delivery. Unlike many, we did not have to reduce our hours or lay off any staff. It is that same staff that have been instrumental in keeping our agency operations moving. So on behalf of Mr. Castor D. Binion, our executive and entire leadership team, we would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mr. Binion has taken that thank you and gratitude one step further in recognizing the commitment and dedication of each of our employees, starting with our emergency response crew, and also working our way to our residents who were cared for by so many. Thank you to all of our support staff, our administrative staff, our field staff, and even our newly hired employees. And with that, he would like to present to all of the employees a monetary incentive. So by the time you see this video, it would have already been deposited into your accounts. So once again, thank you all for sticking with us through COVID. Thank you for your commitment to Housing Authority City of Pittsburgh. Stay safe and be well.